Good morning. Today is Sunday, January 7th. I'm a little late. Happy New Year. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do something today, but I said let's just take a look and see what's going on. Uh, for the beginning of January, if you take a look at this chart, my expectation was that we would have a little bit of selling off. I know that in my own account, I did wait until January to sell a few things. Not this account, this is just kind of like a training account. But my other accounts that I do manage, I did a bit of selling off. And I know my son asked me recently, what's going on with my account? It seems like it's going down. And, I had to explain that to him. We had a great year last year and you really didn't have to do much at all. And that is really the purpose for why I am doing these recordings, because people make this a lot more complex than it really is meant to be. And the true complexity here is how do you manage your emotions and your feelings. But once you had to have a good grasp on understanding that you can't predict anything, you can only adapt to what is going on. It makes you a little bit calmer and it makes you realize that over a longer period of time, the odds are in your favor and it's just a matter of you managing yourself. So, what am I seeing right now? So, we had for the past couple of days, we did see that downturn that broke down through the 20-day moving average. But we're seeing a little curve here, so maybe the selling is cooling off. It hasn't gone down to the 50-day moving average as yet. It's just cut through the faster day moving average, which on my charts that I use is the 20-day moving average. What does that mean for us in the future? Is a good question. Let's go over to my spreadsheet for a moment. So in my account, using Model 1, you can see that I am now at a 91% exposure, which basically means if uh, the market goes up, I'm expecting that I will only capture 91% of it going up. And if it goes down, I will only capture 91% on the downside. If I flip over to my account here and I take a look at the performance, you will you will see that here as well. So if I do year to date, you will see that QQQ, which is what I'm really tracking to, which is the Nasdaq 100, is minus 309. My account is minus 289. S&P is just a little bit further, a little bit closer, not as far down. This is the beginning of the year, so I will be looking at year to date from now on. All right, so if I go back to my spreadsheet again, I am trying to maintain roughly between 20 to 35% of TQQQ and UPRO. I am looking to possibly get that up to 5% pretty soon. So what I may do is I may just take out $100 out of my money market fund. It's still there collecting like 5% or so on. So if I take a look, let's go back here a second. If I go back to my positions and I take a look at what the rate is here on this MVRXX, all right, 5.24%. All right, so I am in no rush to do anything with that. That's just gonna sit there. If the market doesn't move, that's just gonna sit there and make me the 5.24%. However, my expectation for the rest of the year is that the market will move because rates will be going down at some point of time. This has been the best that has been maybe in 20 years, and it's not going to stay here too much longer. I'm not saying it's going to go back down to the 0 or 2% or 3%. It may just be 4%, but as soon as those rates start going down, I anticipate that the market is going to start heading back up even more. And we might come back up here and we might test this new high again and surpass it by the end of the year, right? But the name of my game isn't to predict anything. It's more so to adjust based on what is actually happening at the moment. So I do have $48 and TQQ is 45. So I do have the ability to put on one more TQQ position. Um, I do have the ability to put on one more UPRO position. So next Friday, uh, when the market is open, I'll take a look and see if that's something that I still want to do based on what's happening. But other than that, this is it. So first week of the year, hopefully the rest of the year goes well. Have a great weekend.